Here with more is Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody. Mrs. Attorney General, great to have you this morning. How does that work out, by the way? Warren says he's going to stay on the job. Ron DeSantis has removed him from his office. How does that work going forward?
Well, he's no longer the state attorney in that jurisdiction. Governor Ron DeSantis is the chief executive of Florida. He has a duty to make sure the laws are faithfully enforced throughout the state. And he felt, based on prior statements, that he wouldn't enforce the law, prior actions that law enforcement said they couldn't get their cases resolved effectively for the safety of the community. Governor DeSantis made that decision for the interests of the state of Florida and that community, that he would remove him, and he has signed that order. So he is no longer the state attorney in Hillsborough County. Compelling statement last night. You can't pick and choose which laws you enforce. Here, though, now is what Andrew Warren is saying. He's saying he's calling it a political stunt, is an illegal overreach that continues a dangerous pattern by Ron DeSantis. It spits in the face of the voters of Hillsborough County. The people have the right to elect their own leaders, not have them dictated by an aspiring presidential candidate who has shown time and again he feels accountable to no one. What do you say to that from Andrew Warren? Well, what Governor DeSantis has shown time and again is that he will use the law and the Constitution that requires him to take care of this state and ensure the safety of this state, and will take actions that are necessary for that result. And you know, you can't sit by while you saw yesterday in the press conference, law enforcement came out and expressed their frustrations. They said, look, when you have prosecutors like this that have agendas that are put in front of the safety of the community or helping law enforcement, that's a problem. Right. And they were feeling those effects. Ron DeSantis, as the chief executive, had no choice. Look at what's happening around the nation. When you have these prosecutors that come in with an agenda that puts victims in the back seat, that leaves law enforcement at the mercy of these radical agendas. Crime rate spike, that was true in Tampa. The murder rate, I think, is 50% higher than the state and national average. Governor Ron DeSantis did what was best for the state and for its citizens, as he's required to do. I can't help but notice you use a plural term. These prosecutors, we know for a fact, as you point out, across the nation. I can't imagine that Andrew Warren is the only state attorney in Florida who is picking and choosing which laws to enforce. I'm curious, is this the beginning? Will Ron DeSantis remove other state attorneys in Florida? Well, what yesterday showed is they are looking at this. You know, you cannot have a prosecutor that the community elects to faithfully enforce the laws start announcing they're not going to enforce laws. That's what's happening in New York and Chicago. So it's great that here in Florida we have a governor that will insist this does not happen. That's why law enforcement officers around the nation are moving here. Right. And I would suggest they go to beafloridahero.com. Well, we'll be paying attention. We'll see if this is just the start in Florida. Thank you so much, Ashley Moody.